non-Muslim country?
It's a very good question. I think when addressing something like that, the first and foremost thing is that I always go back to the Quran and Sunnah. The Quran and the life of the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, they were messages, literally both in word and in life, living and speaking messages for all of mankind. They were not just specifically for Muslims. So I totally understand the notion of wanting to build community and strengthening our deen by sticking together and holding fast to the rope of Allah. But fulfillment of one's deen isn't just by sticking only within the Muslim community, because if the Prophet really did that, for instance, then Islam would have only been limited to the Prophet and Khadija radiallahu anha. He reached out to everyone. This was part of his beauty and the beauty of the Quran. That's just what it is. I think lots of times as well, there's, from my personal experience when I've talked to a lot of community members and brothers and sisters, is sometimes that there is this fear that somehow if we reach out and we go outside of our community, that somehow we'll lose our deen. I think that's an underlying fear sometimes.